Time is your most precious resource. Once spent, it's gone forever. Have you ever stood in front of a mirror and asked yourself, am I really spending my life on the things that matter most? Not just surviving, not just getting through the week, but really living with intention, clarity, and meaning. Most people don't ask that question until it's too late. They wait until the final chapters, only to look back and wish they'd been more present, more focused, more deliberate. The truth is, life is short. And because it's short, we have a responsibility not just to live it, but to spend it wisely. It's easy to fall into the trap of postponement. We tell ourselves we'll get to it later. Later, when we're less busy. Later, when the kids are older. Later, when the market is better. But what we fail to realize is that later is not guaranteed. The future doesn't belong to us yet. All we truly have is this moment, this day, and the decisions we make within it. If you're not careful, you'll wake up at 45 or 60 or 72 and realize that your best years weren't spent. They were traded away on autopilot, buried beneath obligations, distractions, and excuses. So how do you spend your life wisely? You begin by understanding the true value of time. Money lost can be earned again. Relationships strained can be repaired. But time, once it's gone forever. You have exactly 440 minutes each day. That's it. And every single one of them is a vote for the life you want or the life you're settling for. When you truly grasp that time is life in motion, you stop giving it away so easily. You stop wasting it on things that drain you, people who use you, and habits that numb you. You start protecting your time like the treasure it is. Look at your calendar. What does it say about your values? What do you consistently make room for? If someone watched your daily routine without hearing a word from you, what would they assume is important to you? This is where the truth lives, not in what we say we value, but in how we allocate our time. You can't say health is important if your days are filled with fast food and no exercise. You can't say family is a priority if your phone gets more attention at the dinner table than your children do. You can't say growth matters to you if you haven't read a book in months or stretched your skills in years. Time doesn't leave. It reflects your real priorities. Spending your life wisely also means learning to say no. Every yes to something meaningless is a no to something meaningful. You only have so much space, and if you don't learn to protect it, the world will fill it with distractions disguised as opportunities. Say no to the meeting that doesn't need you. Say no to the invitation that pulls you away from what matters. Say no to the version of yourself that keeps choosing comfort over courage. The more you say no to the wrong thing, the more room you create for the right ones. But even more than subtraction, living wisely requires focused addition. What do you want more of in your life? More energy, schedule movement and quality sleep, more clarity, build in silence and reflection, more intimacy, invest in real conversations, undistracted time, eye contact, and presence, more growth. Plan your learning, choose your mentors, challenge your thinking. These things don't happen by accident. They happen by design. And every day you delay designing your life is another day you leave it up to chance. Life is short, and that should scare you. But it should also awaken you, because once you stop running from the truth of your mortality, you start living with intensity. You start asking better questions. Is this how I want to feel every day? Is this who I want to be? Is this job, this routine, this environment helping me become the person I know I'm capable of becoming? That awareness brings urgency, not panic, but purpose. You start measuring time, not in hours or paychecks, but in presence, alignment, and impact. One of the most powerful ways to spend your life wisely is to live by your values. Your values are the compass that point to your best life. When your actions are aligned with your values, life feels whole. When they're not, life feels empty, even if everything looks good from the outside. Take the time to define your values. Is it freedom, contribution, excellence, faith, connection, integrity, whatever they are? Write them down, keep them visible, use them to filter your choices. If a decision moves you closer to your values, it's wise. If it doesn't, no matter how impressive it looks, it's a distraction. Living wisely also means creating rather than consuming. In a world of endless scroll and instant entertainment, it's easy to spend your best hours staring at someone else's highlights. But your soul wasn't designed to be a spectator. You're meant to build, to create, to bring something into the world that didn't exist before you. That might be a book, a business, a family, a home, a movement, a message, whatever it is. Make time for it. Block out the noise and give your creative spirit space to breathe. Because in the end, you won't remember the videos you watched. You'll remember what you gave birth to. And don't wait for perfect conditions. They don't exist. There will always be something, an unexpected expense, a lingering doubt, a voice that says you're not ready. But wisdom isn't about waiting for clarity. It's about acting in alignment with your truth, even when things feel uncertain, because progress doesn't come from waiting, it comes from moving forward anyway. Every minute you spend waiting for permission is a minute you could have spent building your dream. Another key to spending life wisely is surrounding yourself with people who make you better. Life is too short for mediocre relationships, too short for half-hearted friendships and shallow conversations. Find people who call out your great, who challenge your comfort zones, who live with authenticity and purpose. Build a circle that sharpens your character, expands your thinking, and reflects the values you want to embody. The people in your life are either pulling you forward or dragging you down. Choose them carefully. If you feel like life is passing you by, you're not alone. Many people live in quiet frustration, not because they lack potential, but because they've never paused long enough to ask what they really want. Busyness has become a badge of honor, but busyness without alignment is just motion without meaning. Slow down, breathe, reconnect with yourself. The pace of your life should match the depth of your purpose. There's no glory in racing to a destination that doesn't fulfill you. And when you do find something worth pursuing, give it your full attention. Single task, go deep, immerse yourself. In an age of constant stimulation, depth is rare. And because it's rare, it's powerful. Whether you're writing, listening, creating, or simply being present with someone, be all in. That's how you multiply the value of each moment, not by rushing through it, but by honoring it. Gratitude is another anchor. Life moves quickly, and without gratitude, we start to feel like it's never enough. There's always another mountain to climb, another problem to solve. But when you slow down and appreciate what's already good, the laughter of a friend, the warmth of sunlight, the breath in your lungs, you begin to realize that wise living isn't about chasing more. It's about noticing and cherishing what already is. Gratitude doesn't make you complacent. It makes you more alive. At some point, we all have to confront our mortality, not as a morbid exercise, but as a clarifying one. What if you had 1 year left, 1 month, 1 week? What would you stop tolerating? What would you finally start doing? Who would you forgive? Who would you fight for? These questions are uncomfortable, but they are necessary, because the more we avoid death, the more we delay life. Facing it doesn't make you reckless. It makes you intentional. It reminds you that every day you wake up is a gift, and that gift deserves to be used with purpose. So pausa, take a breath. Look at your life not as a routine to endure, but as a work of art to create. Ask yourself the hard questions. Make the bold decisions. Cut what drains you. Nurture what fuels you. Say what matters. Do what matters. Be who matters. Because life is short, and how you spend it is up to you. No one else can spend your life for you. People will try through expectations, comparisons, opinions, traditions, but in the end, the cost of your time is paid in your fulfillment, not theirs. You are the steward of your days, the architect of your hours. You must decide what belongs and what doesn't. You must choose the standard you will hold yourself to, the future you are willing to fight for, and the story you want to leave behind. And that choice isn't made once, it's made daily, moment by moment, action by action. Every morning you wake up with a bank account of time. You don't know how much is left, but you do know what's available today. The question is, how will you invest it? Will you spend it reacting to the urgencies of others, or will you use it to build something that lasts? Will you fill your calendar with what's easy and familiar, Or will you carve out space for what's meaningful but hard? There's no wrong answer, but there are consequences. Your current results are the return on how you've spent time up to this point. If you want new results, it begins with a new level of intention. Too many people drift into their futures. They don't plan their days. They don't reflect on their weeks. And they don't design their years. They wait for clarity to arrive like a package at their doorstep. But clarity doesn't come from waiting. It comes from decide what matters most. Decide who you want to be. Decide what you will no longer allow. Then build your days around those decisions. The more you do this, the more momentum you create. And momentum compounds. A good day becomes a good week. A good week becomes a powerful month. A powerful month becomes a transformed life. And let's be clear, this isn't about perfection. This isn't about rigid schedules and zero mistakes. This is about alignment. When your actions align with your values, when your habits align with your vision, and when your time aligns with your priorities, something powerful happens. You feel at peace, even on hard days, even when things don't go as planned. Because deep down, you know you're moving in the right direction. And that direction, not the destination, is what makes life feel rich. You won't always be motivated. You won't always have energy. That's why you need systems, routines that protect your focus, habits that protect your health, environments that protect your mindset. Don't leave your most precious resource, your time, at the mercy of how you feel. Build your life so that what matters most happens automatically. Automate the good, eliminate the bad, and elevate the meaningful. That's the formula for a life well spent. Be ruthless with distractions. The average person checks their phone over 90 times a day. Multiply that over a year, and you've lost entire weeks of your life to someone else's agenda. Notifications are not harmless. They fracture your attention, drain your energy, and steal the mental space you need to think clearly, create space. Block time, turn off noise, treat your attention like a scarce commodity, because it is. Every distraction you eliminate gives you back minutes, and enough minutes stacked together gives you back your life. And while you're building structure, don't forget spontaneity. Wise living isn't rigid, it's responsive. It allows for laughter, detours, and surprise. Just make sure those moments are adding life, not numbing it. There's a difference between a spontaneous evening with your children and a 4-hour binge on a show you won't remember in a week. Be present, be playful, but above all, be conscious. The goal isn't control, the goal is choice. Comparison is another thief of wise living. When you measure your life against someone else's, you lose sight of your own. Their path isn't yours. Their priorities, their values, their season, they're different. You don't know the full story behind someone's success. And even if you did, it wouldn't change what matters, your own direction. Spend less time scrolling and more time scripting. Don't just watch others live. Create your own highlight reel. One aligned decision at a time. Fear will try to convince you to wait. Wait until you have more money. Wait until you feel ready. Wait until you're certain. But the most successful people in the world didn't wait for the stars to align. They moved anyway. They started with what they had. They made bold decisions in uncertain times, and they kept going. If you keep postponing your life until it feels safer, you may never truly start. Fear's voice gets quieter the more you act in spite of it. Don't just accumulate achievements, accumulate the meaning. At the end of your life, it won't be the size of your bank account or the number of boxes you check that defines you. It'll be the memories you made, the people you impacted, the character you developed, and the purpose you fulfilled. Success without significance is hollow. Choose both. Build your career and your character. Build your legacy and your love. Chase your goals and your growth, and don't overlook the small thing. The good morning text, the 5-minute meditation, the handwritten note, the walk after dinner, the way you speak to yourself when no one's listening. These are the threads that weave a beautiful life. You don't need dramatic gestures. You need daily intention. Wisdom isn't loud, it's consistent. And consistently wise decisions produce a remarkably fulfilling life. Life is short, but that's not a tragedy, it's an opportunity. It's what gives our decisions weight. It's what makes every smile, every risk, every lesson, and every sunrise sacred. Don't run from this truth. Embrace it. Let it motivate you to let go of what no longer serves you, to forgive faster, to speak your truth, to pursue your calling, to show up fully, and to live in such a way that when your time does run out, you don't look back with regret. But with gratitude, the clock is ticking. The days are passing. The future is not promised. So live today with the kind of focus, love, and courage that honors the gift of time. Don't just exist. Live. Don't just plan. Act. Don't just hope. Decide. Because life is short, and you deserve to spend it wisely.